Today we're talking about the latest rumors and leaks regarding the next Call of Duty Zombies developed by Treyarch, rumored to come out at the end of the year as part of Black Ops Gulf War. We already know a fair amount of information from leaks such as round-based zombies returning and the potential of there being 2 round-based maps on launch. But today we know even more specific details such as new round-based zombies maps details and leaks and rumors of another game mode coming besides round-based. Let's jump straight into it, but I'd hate for you to miss out on any future leaks and rumors for this game, so be sure to subscribe with the bell to not miss a single thing. Jumping straight in, new code that relates to Treyarch's next game were found within the files of Modern Warfare 3 as they're both developed on the same engine under COD HQ. These strings were shared on Twitter by @AlanTheThird90, and the code in question relates to visual effects that you'll see within gameplay in Zombies. There are a lot of new details within here, but one of the biggest to start off is the fact that there is coding for the ether extractor rockets landing, as well as a reward rift appearing, pulsing, and despawning, which are things we see currently within Modern Warfare Zombies. Now, we wouldn't usually see the ether extractor or the reward rift inside of round-based zombies, so this indicates that there is a chance that besides just round-based zombies coming in this year's game, there is a chance that we will also see Outbreak 2.0 coming to Black Ops Gulf War, which is going to likely be a hybrid between Outbreak, Modern Warfare Zombies, and even potentially the objective-based gameplay seen within Vanguard Zombies. All part of an additional gameplay mode that is separate from round-based zombies and will live alongside it. Now, the leaker we're talking about, Alan the Third, has presented the context of the ether extractor rockets and the reward rifts being within Treyarch's next game, but that doesn't necessarily confirm that we will be seeing an Outbreak style mode. But the context of it definitely points to that looking like a realistic thing that could happen. I don't think Treyarch are just going to abandon the gameplay style we've seen with Modern Warfare Zombies, because clearly it works and it's popular, and it is an evolution from Cold War's Outbreak. And Outbreak was a really successful mode for Treyarch in Cold War Zombies, so it's definitely something they're just going to want to evolve and change in future titles, just like we've seen round-based evolve. But it definitely shouldn't be prioritized over round-based. Round-based should always be the #1 priority, but if they can balance both without either mode being affected, then I'm personally all for extra content. This topic has been discussed for the last day or two within the community, because leakers have also found models that are going to be in Treyarch's upcoming game which are labeled the same as the dark ether hubs that you would see within Vanguard's objective-based gameplay, with the file name literally being labeled as dark ether hub, which made people assume that perhaps the gameplay style of Vanguard Zombies could be returning. I don't personally think so. I think this is Treyarch reusing assets because they already created brand new assets for that Modern Warfare engine for Vanguard. Their upcoming game isn't going to be on a Black Ops engine, it's going to be on the Modern Warfare engine, so it just makes sense for them to repurpose what they've already created. But one of the other weirder finds is that part of the effects for Cortefex's skeleton exists labeled for Treyarch's next game as well. For those of you that don't know, Cortefex is the overall Dark Ether god that was the villain throughout Vanguard Zombies and is very important to the new Dark Ether narrative. At the end of Vanguard, he is perished forever, so I don't see him returning, but either Treyarch are reusing effects from that character within their next game, or they might actually have Cortefex reappear somehow within the next Zombies game. I think it's highly unlikely, but there's every chance there could be like a super cool flashback that could incorporate Cortefex. Crazy enough, we have new details about a wonder weapon that is going to feature within the new round-based Zombies. As within this coding list, there are multiple references about a weapon that causes enemy skin to start bubbling. And the only time we've seen a wonder weapon do that is all the way back in Zetsubo no Shima with the KT-4 wonder weapon. So we might be seeing the KT-4 return or something that is really similar in its effect to the KT-4. We also know the existence of a brand new mini enemy type, which is going to be a tentacle dog, because there is a string for a visual effect for when a tentacle dog is being bubbled up by this new wonder weapon. So with the context of there being a tentacle dog, that really plays a lot in my head on what on earth the setting could be for this Zombies map for a tentacle dog to exist. Love to know your thoughts down below in the comment section. We also know that the Mangler is going to be returning, as there is a visual effect for it being stunned, and I can't say I'm really too surprised, but a cool thing to see. There is also the visual effect added for a crafting table, so it's safe to assume either the crafting table from Cold War where you could use your salvage to buy new items is returning, or it could be the old school crafting table that we used to craft the shield and other buildables around the map. We also know that in one of the round-based Zombies maps there is going to be an arrow trap, as there are visual effects for the impact of it with flesh going in and flesh going out. As far as the storyline storyline goes, we know that just like with the game setting, in Zombies, it is going to be set in the 1990s, a good few years after the events of Cold War. We got a new hint as to what exactly is going to happen within the storyline of Gulf War Zombies thanks to the Season 2 Reloaded cutscene in MW Zombies, where Ravenov reveals after the Outbreak was sorted after the events of the Forsaken, him, Carver, Weaver, Gray, and Strauss both made a pact to try and get Samantha Maxis out of the Dark Ether. It was already assumed that that is what we were going to be doing within this next game, but Ravenov reveals the outcome of what happened, and he says that they were unable to save her. Skip forward 30 years and the Outbreak has started again, but Samantha has still yet to be released from the Dark Ether. Ravenov promises to Ava that when this is all over, he will explain what happened within that 30-year gap. And that 30-year gap is exactly what we're going to experience later on this year in Treyarch's next game. But we do know from Ravenov that whatever we do end up doing in Gulf War is not actually going to be beneficial to the release of Samantha out of the Dark Ether. It didn't work, but what might have happened is that Weaver, Gray, Carver, and Strauss sacrificed their souls so that they are now within the Dark Ether, but their physical bodies remain in the real world. And that's exactly what we see in the intro cutscene, where their bodies look decomposed, but they are all connected to some sort of machine. Clearly, there is much more to it than meets the eye. But I want to rotate back to the very beginning of this video where we spoke about the potential of the Outbreak / objective-based gameplay coming to Gulf War on top of round-based zombies, and what your opinion is on that. Because thinking about this from Treyarch's point of view, the logical point of view, everything that they have done has been an experiment that they evolve with in the next iteration. With what we saw with Outbreak in Black Ops Cold War, there is no way that the mode would return and have no changes or evolution. Every single round-based game that we've had has had clear evolutions and changes. And what we've seen with MWZ is clearly an evolution of Outbreak that is also morphed with DMZ to create this hybrid between the two. I firmly believe that everything Treyarch does, regardless if it's a massive success or a huge flop like we saw with Vanguard Zombies, it is all learning experiences and things that they can take to reiterate in future games. And I feel with what we've seen with the weird amounts of models from Vanguard Zombies with regards to the Dark Ether hub world and Cortifex, that there is a chance that they could be evolving the gameplay that we saw from Vanguard, but also fusing it in with the gameplay we see in MWZ to create this hybrid where there is the objective gameplay, but you're then also tying in rounds with that objective rather than it be solely being a timed base extraction mode. Like, I would like to think that Treyarch have well and truly heard the feedback from MWZ on how they can improve it for when it comes into a future game, and just from how popular it is, it's definitely something that I don't see going away anytime soon. And just like with Cold War, they want to offer both a round-based experience and then a sort of open world objective-based experience so that they have both gameplay types available both at the same time so that it pleases all types of Zombies fans. Because I think the data from Cold War's Outbreak suggested that a lot more people overall played Outbreak because it was a more casual Zombies experience compared to round-based, which nowadays is seen as a little bit of a hardcore experience to those that have been out the loop of round-based for a while. And from a business point of view, both Treyarch and Activision want to have as many people as possible playing, engaging in Zombies, so it just makes sense that they offer the best of both worlds. That's how I see it anyway, and interpret it based on the leaks from Alan the Third 90. But again, this is all just down to interpretation based on the context of the leaks provided. There is a chance that all of this stuff changes because in games development, anything can change at any time. I wanted to present the information to you as is so that you can be in the loop of absolutely everything. If you want to know about absolutely everything known so far about both round-based Zombies maps, because there's rumored to be 2 coming for Gulf War Zombies, you can find out by clicking the video on your screen right now.